of LP4U. We've got myself, LLL, Polydukes, and our special guest today, Schenkhan. Today we're doing a little something a little bit different to what we used to do, or well, what we used to do, what we did in our first episode, where it's just a free-for-all kind of winner stays on thing. We're doing a special Guile episode. That's why we have our lovely friend Schenkhan to help us with all his amazing Guile experience. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our fledgling Guiles, get them to play maybe 3-4 sets of 2, and we'll have myself, Polly, and Schenkhan talking you through the match, how you went, and get that extra Guile experience. Okay, we're going to also open up the lobby to anyone who wants to come in and play with us, and they'll get to play against our fledgling. All right, so our first fledgling up is we have Oki, who's our little super silver Guile down there. We'll get him to play. We've got Kadzao, who's joined our lobby as well. We'll get those two to start off what we're going to do. So firstly, we'll just have a quick introduction with Schenkhan. Say hello, Schenkhan.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Cool. All right. Tell us a bit about yourself, Schenkhan. Just quickly.
Okay, so I started with SF5 day 1 with Ken.
Yep.
Guile came out sometime later, so he'd be my first charge character and been playing him since.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so you've got a bit of Guile knowledge behind you. So let's get started and hopefully we can help Oki Timber, or Oki Tombe. Tombe is correct, right?
Oki Tomberry sounds fantastic. We should really change Oki's name, I think.
Yeah. All right, so we also have Oki with us. Say hello, Oki.
Hey guys.
Sweet. So what's going to happen is we'll get Oki to play. We'll the three of us will talk, and then we'll get Oki back, and we'll talk him through that game and see what happened. Okay, so I'll jump back. We can get started. Let's get excited, guys. This will be fun.
Cool.
Get in there.
All right. Oki, ready up.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So just waiting on Kadzao. There we go. Cool. All right, I'm going to do my regular PS4 lag behind, so you guys feel free to start without me.
Let's do this.
All right.
I'll send a Christmas card while I'm there.
Send a Christmas card. Oh, mate, it takes so long. May as well be sending me a New Year's card. All right. So, all right, for those who don't know, and you can probably see by now, we've got Kadzao, Ultra Bronze Dulcim player. He's pretty good. He knows his stuff. He has a few mix-ups here and there, so...
he joined us last week too, didn't he?
Did he? Yeah, he did actually, didn't he? Good stuff.
I am not very fond of
All right.
conflict. Round 1. Fight.
Oh, cool. I'm actually ready for the start of the match this time. Good stuff. Alright. So let's see how Oki approaches getting in on Kadzao. He's doing a really good job of keeping him out right now. Good use of booms. So, Schenkhan, or I'll just call you Shen. What do you prefer?
Shen's fine, probably
Shen's
easier.
fine?
Yep.
Yeah. How do you approach the Guile matchup? Oh, that was so good.
Sim matchup, you mean?
The Dulcim matchup. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, I was looking at Guile.
That's fine. So it's pretty hard to just sit back and throw booms against Dulcim.
For that exact reason.
That's right. You need to almost play it like you would against another guy. Walk him down, get as close as you can. So that if you're seeing Dulcim throwing his yoga fire, I believe it's called, that's right. You want to be looking to approach as quickly as possible. Try not.
Yeah, right.
Like, one thing I noticed with Dulcim players, they love to press buttons. So
Yeah.
if you're trying to approach, it can be difficult, but you're almost looking to whip punish their button presses. If you're close
Yeah,
enough,
right.
you can crush counter with back fierce, back heavy
Yeah.
punch. So watching that, it looked as though Oki wasn't too sure what to do.
Yeah,
He really
that's-
needs to lay off the boom game a bit.
Round 1.
Block as he approaches, jump in if there's the opportunity.
Yeah, right. Ooh, good jumps. So one thing to know about Dalsim is all his slides and minus on hit. So you can always be pressing buttons after that. Oof. Alright. So in this instance, you've got Oki who's really struggling to get in. So do you think he should just do like a bulldog his way in, kind of just keep walking in, walk and block, until he gets Kensao in the corner?
If it looks like there's really no option to get in, you probably should back
Yeah.
away.
Yeah,
Bait,
right.
bait
Oh,
to
no.
teleport inwards with a V skill, or if,
Yeah.
if it doesn't look like the bait's going to work, just use your V skill, slow boom to sort of give you a
Great.
shield.
Yeah, right.
Look for the slide in case Dalsim tries to slide under. I believe he can slide under the V skill boom.
Yeah. Alright. So he activated V-Trigger and just sat. Do you reckon that was a bait of the... Oh. Oof. Do you reckon he should have done something with that V-Trigger, as opposed to just sitting and waiting?
Dalsim wins.
He should have, if he was prepared to activate and felt like he could do something, he should have at least thrown one of the non-charge
The
booms.
V-Trigger booms?
Slashes, I
Yeah.
believe they're called.
Yeah, right.
Alright
Right.
guys, yeah, that was pretty bad, hey?
No, it wasn't bad. It was interesting. It was a learning experience. Alright, so how do you feel you went? What do you think went wrong?
I guess it's just difficult against some, because for a start I hardly play any, so when I come up against one I generally don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different to pretty much every other match, because it's harder to zone with booms. He kind of has the advantage there, I guess, in some ways.
Yeah.
So I don't really know at that range, I don't really know what, I would normally just be throwing out booms, but I don't really know
Yeah.
what to do because I'm just getting hit. So then you can kind of, like, a couple of times there I thought, yeah, okay, I need to get a bit closer in. So I tried to jump in and get in a bit closer, but yeah, then again, as soon as I get pushed back out, I'm again not really sure what to do.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Schenkhan, you were saying how throwing booms in this matchup isn't really the best choice, because there's the
Yes,
teleport, there's the slides under booms. So what should you do to work around that?
So we mentioned that you kind of need to just walk Dalsim to his corner or whichever side he's on. You can throw booms, but you need to be aware of what the Dalsim's looking to do. If he thinks you're going to throw a boom, then you just keep walking him down. Pressure with Guile's Sobart kick.
Yep.
Even upside down kick if he's looking to slide.
Okay.
Generally, those moves can be with punish, but it's generally not something to see.
Yeah. So sort of from that kind of starting range. Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Keep going.
That's all right. You go for it.
So from that sort of starting range, am I just trying to get in as quick, like get as close in as quickly as possible, like without getting hit, I guess.
It depends on how you want to approach it. If you feel you can just get in and take down his Dalsim like that, by all means. But if you know the Dalsim player is strong at keeping you out, you kind of need to just bide your time and wait for the opportunity if he's going to give it to you. You can back off and use your V skill boom to try and give you like they try to give you a shield to walk in, and
Yes.
you have to be ready for what, because Dalsim has options to beat that. You either teleport or slide, or you could even jump away if you're not ready for it. So
Yeah, okay.
you need to keep enough spacing that you force the Dalsim player to have to take a risk. Basically, it's, to be honest, it's a terrible matchup for me.
Yeah.
So I struggle whenever I verse Burnout or any of the Sims at Platinum or higher.
Yeah, okay.
But a good example is if you ever watch Daigo play. Do you ever watch pro players play at all?
Yeah, sometimes. I've watched Daigo a bit. I haven't really watched him play any games that he's played against them, but
Yeah. Well, any of the matchups that Guile tends to struggle in, he will resort less to throwing Sonic Booms and play this mid to close range defensive style where he just walks in, stays grounded, and only challenges when he thinks he can get a poke in until
yeah, okay.
the opponent basically cracks.
Yeah.
Now, it's something to practice.
Yeah, sure. It's not something I can just do in the next game, I guess.
Yeah, and it's
think
obviously not
that's-
one of Guile's strengths.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
That's
Al.
Sorry, that's one of the things. Like you and me were playing a while ago, and you were saying how you like to practice without using any of Guile's specials. You can get really good at that use of his normals and that type of game. Would that be something that Oki should think of doing?
Yeah, definitely. Because Guile's normals are great pokes generally, but they are not so good for like dealing consistent damage to your opponent unless your opponent's just walking into you and cops it in the face every time.
Mm-hmm.
So a good way to practice against opponents that won't let you throw any fireballs is to just basically not throw them, not even flash kick, and just practice using all of Guile's normal. If they jump, crouch heavy punch or standing medium kick to anti-air, play like walking back and forth and using the backwards or forward so hard to pressure or to poke your opponent, because you can't do much else besides that. Generally, Guile will only be able to get one hit, or I suppose you could dash in after a hit, but there's not too much Guile can do without his booms and flash kick, unless you're very solid at using his normals on the ground. So that's what I'd suggest practicing.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
You want to? Oki's gonna have another go, isn't he?
Yeah, no, definitely. All right,
Yeah,
so
yes.
we'll get Oki back up to the top, and
Sorry. Oh, wrong button.
yeah, so yeah, jump back to the bottom, and I'll jump back, and yeah, we'll get you back in. We'll give you another shot against Kadzal, see how you go, and after that, maybe we'll get you to play myself or Polly as a bit of a mix-up, and maybe you could play a game against, say, me, where you don't use any of your booms or flash kicks. It's just a bit of practice.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. All right, you
sounds
can
good.
ready up. All right. Cool. All right, so let's see if he how he approaches this compared to the last game. Do you think he'll be a bit more of a bulldog and just walk his way in, or fall back into boom habits?
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I don't often get to give advice and see how players apply it straight away.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Round one. Fight.
All right, round one. All right, so he is. Oh, nice use of Sobat kick. Ooh. I like that he's walking him down now. That was a good boom. All right, so when he did that jump back, do you reckon he should have chased him down a little bit more?
Yeah, as soon as Dalsim's in the corner, you want to be right on him.
Yeah, right. That was a good teleport though. Alright. I think a good thing to know is Dhalsim is minus on those kicks. So
I was about to say
Oh,
minus
when
4, right? On the standing medium.
yeah. Oh, good somersault.
It's still tough though, and you need a lab
Yeah.
what to press for your specific character, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
very tough to just take the word of any advice to just apply it straight away. I'd be very surprised if Oki is able to really do what we were saying. And that's not
Yeah, no.
a go at him, it's just extremely hard to do it immediately.
No, most definitely. Alright. It is actually really hard to block those teleports, or at least jab the teleports out if it's not something that you're really used to looking for. That's something I myself really struggle with. Is like, and Akuma can do so much against the teleports if he's ready for them. But I just, yeah, it's something I struggle with. So
I always feel like there really is some sort of wall between me doing that and dousing. So there'll be, you know, a Yoga fire or something coming my way where I have to block rather than jab to teleport out.
yeah. That's one of the things Akuma does really well is he can just parry everything. Just parry and then go for it. So anyway, Kadzel's playing really well right now.
He's a very solid Dalsim player.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure he 5-0'd me the other day too, which is yeah, which is a fair effort for him. Not that I'm saying he's bad. Yeah, walked myself into a corner with that one. He's still, see, that's what he's doing good now, is he's keeping up in Kadzel's face, but he's opening himself up a little bit too much. Pressing a few too many buttons, eating too many medium kicks. What do you think, Shen? Like, the idea is there.
It's still, it becomes a bit, it's looking like a little bit of too little too late for when Oki gets in. He's already taken quite a chunk of health and not gotten anything for it.
Yeah, right. Oh, that was nice. Oh, here we go. Alright, so what we were discussing this earlier. What can you get off that back heavy punch? Oh no, it's forward heavy punch crush counter. So he went into another back heavy punch. Do you think he should have gone for the dash up or a throw or something?
Ultimately, you want to dash up and do his Guile's standing heavy punch, crouch, medium punch combo.
Yeah, right.
Occasionally, it's not spaced correctly for that, and you have to either sweep them for the knockdown, or there's a few other options.
Yeah. And that was really well played by Kadzel again. So there was a few opportunities that Oki missed. He missed a few combos. I think he got a jump in, or at least a low into something while all those V-trigger booms are out. So, cool. Oki, how'd you go that time?
Yeah, I guess a little bit better. Like I could kind of see what was working and what wasn't, but I was still kind of doing the stuff that wasn't working, I guess, out of frustration.
Yeah, it can be like that.
So,
continue.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of felt like it went a little bit better. Obviously, I still went down 2-0, but there's definitely some things to kind of work on there, like just being a bit more patient and working my way in a bit slower. Yeah, what did you guys think?
Well, I think you did a lot better. There were a few things that you, like there were a few combo opportunities and that you kind of missed, but that's something more Schenkhan would be able to tell you than myself.
As far as opportunities go, like looking throughout the whole match, there's a lot of times where execution is probably your biggest letdown.
Yeah.
But that's something that you build on with practice and experience.
Yeah, there was definitely a few things I dropped that I was aware that I dropped there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I felt you did better. The problem I'm noticing is, even though you're laying off throwing the sonic booms, you're getting hit too often to make up the difference.
Yeah.
So basically, you're going to take some grey damage and some hits if you're not careful. It's inevitable that you'll get hit, but if you're getting hit too often, that it basically becomes a rush to get in and win the round.
Yeah.
The round's already lost by that point.
Yeah. You don't have enough buffer to get in and make the damage back. You mean?
Yeah. So you kind of need to get in as soon as you can, without overextending, and just you can sort of play the clock against Dalsim.
Mm-hmm.
But there are different kinds of Dalsim players. Katzal is fairly, I'd say he's pretty tame as far as some of the Dalsims I've played.
Yeah, you can
he
get some
doesn't
pretty
like to-
hectic Dalsims, eh?
He will... Katzal is happy to wait and just poke, because he can see that it's no real pressure on him to do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what I think we'll do now is we'll get you to verse a different character. We'll get you to verse Busy,
Yep.
who is a Druid player.
Yep.
So this will be a better chance for you to use her boom, or use your booms. So you got to be careful with that V skill. Once that's up, she's very good at anti-booming.
Sure. Okay.
Cool. All right. So ready up when you're ready.
Cool.
Momoclo in Twitch chat said that he finds it hard. He finds that Guile's hard to play when they use pokes well to keep the Guile grounded, which is basically Dalsim, right?
Yeah. Oh man. Play Guile like Dalsim. Interesting.
I mean, what he means is that once someone's poking Guile well and keeping him from jumping,
Yeah.
and keeping him spaced, it's hard for Guile to get in.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
No need for talk.
Okay, let's see how he goes against this.
Well then.
Busy's actually a really strong player too, so this will be a good challenge for him.
Round one. Fight.
Oof. Alright, so he's being walked to the corner. Oh, nice. Bazooka need to get out. Alright. At least he knows the pinwheel is minus. Ready to press buttons. Ooh. Ooh. So I don't think that was a good choice after getting that knockdown to use the EX booms, right?
No, you can either walk in approach or dash in to bait
Yeah.
a reversal. There's not too much pressure Guile can do from there, but you want to
Yeah.
attempt to keep pressure on in that situation without burning beta.
No, definitely. Like, you realizing that Busy was in the corner at that point and using his own space as a pressure tool is probably the better idea. More grabs. Grabs? Oh, good tech. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, like, and after that EX Sonic Boom, what do you think you should be moving in, or is it just not plus enough to do that?
Was it the full screen knockdown one that just happened?
Yeah, that happened not too long ago.
Yeah. I would just throw another boom, a slow boom. It acts as, yeah, they're getting a bit of lag.
Yeah. Bit of lag happening. Oh,
A lot of the time, Guile's meaty's on wake up a slow boom, or I suppose it depends on the spacing. But when you've got a boom going towards your opponent, it gives them something to think about, whether you're going to jump in or dash right into them.
no.
Hang
Yeah.
back.
Jury wins.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. So on the knockdown, would have it been a good choice to set up V-skill booms or to just chuck out a slow boom?
In this matchup, I'd be wary of doing the V-skill boom, or even normal booms, because of Jury's... I forget the name of the move, but the
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 V-skill or
V-
the flip kick?
flip kick mainly, even though it's
Yeah.
unsafe unless he X. That is one of those tools that can be difficult for Guile to deal with. And
Yeah.
sort of had a mini discussion with Dale about this. Jury,
Yeah, right.
Jury is technically a bad matchup for Guile. It's just that Jury's not all that good in Season 2.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just thinking that because Jury has so much anti-fireball tech. Would this be one of Guile's worst matchups if Jury wasn't too bad?
It's a matchup that's... It's not bad, but it can be very annoying.
Yeah, right.
You have to slightly change your play style. If you're one to just sit back and throw sonic booms, it's not ideal against Jury.
Oh, that was a nice check. Yeah, no, yeah, agreed. Alright, he's got the V-skill charge. Let's see if he throws booms. Well, no, that'll be it.
Was a good beat, yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, so what are you thinking he's doing or could improve on at the moment?
Can I just butt in? I just want to say
Yeah.
that at the end of that round, it's really obvious, but I wish he just blocked, and if he took a throw, then he took a throw. He still had plenty of health left to, you know, have another crack at it, because doing an EX reversal is a little bit dicey. If it missed, he would definitely be dead, rather than if he took a throw, he'd still be alive, and would have one more
Yeah.
shot, one more guess, basically.
That's actually a really good point, being aware of your life and being willing to take that throw as opposed to the risk of the EX reversal, which leads to crush counter if it's blocked.
Yeah, the risk was way too high. You would get
Like
one
that.
more choice. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Jury.
He
Alright.
was close to winning that round too, you know. Both rounds.
No, yeah, no, he had the life lead in both situations, I believe.
Mm.
It was just he got antsy and did EX flash kick.
Yeah, and didn't need to.
No, definitely not. That's one thing to realize is to pay attention to the life lead and play your life lead. If you've got a big life lead or just even a life lead, there's no reason to take that risk. You're the one who should be playing patiently. All right. So, how'd you go that time, Oki? You almost had him a couple of times.
Yeah, I guess kind of like what you just said, not really playing patiently enough.
Yeah.
And doing some pretty stupid things when I shouldn't have. Which, I don't know, sometimes my brain just goes on holiday and I do that stuff. But yeah, I think it was kind of a bit better than the last match in that I kind of got to at least pressure a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you know, sort of got a bit of a lead at some points, and I guess almost took a round or two. If I hadn't sort of hung myself. But yeah, on the whole a bit better, but I'm still not really that happy with how I was playing.
Look, I don't think you should be unhappy. You're doing some good things.
Yeah, you were so close to winning in that last game that I paid a lot more attention to. Both rounds you could have won, and you're in a position to win. First round a little bit more dicey. You're knocked down, but you still had the life lead where you could have still had a couple more guesses, and keeping a little bit calm and being willing to take a throw, for example, would have given you that extra guess.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, which I think is something we discussed. Shen, do you have anything further to add?
Well, a lot of the time, I was looking at knockdowns when you were able to get the knockdown on Bazaar's jury. You need to know when and when not to run in, to when to try pressure.
Yeah.
There were a lot of instances where you sort of stayed back.
Yeah.
And you were burning meter on EX boom, maybe once or twice. I only fought it the one time. You should be looking to pressure them when they're in the corner rather than throw an EX boom to catch their wake up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is something I kind of do a lot, I guess. I'm not really sure why, actually. Just to try and catch them off guard, I guess. But
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I still do it. It's almost an online tactic. Because it's so fast that you think, oh, your opponent's not going to see it coming.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, it's not a good use of your meter.
Yeah, sure.
You're better off just throwing a light boom if you think your opponent's not going to do anything on their wake up. Or you can do the V skill to set up pressure. So you can do the V skill boom and walk behind it, wait for a jump, wait for any sort of reaction from your opponent.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. All right, so what we can do now is maybe we can get Schenkhan to play a couple of matches and he can show you all the stuff we're talking about. So we'll start off with Schenkhan and Kadzao, so he can show you the Dhalsim matchup, and then Schenkhan and Busy, and he can show you some stuff in that matchup. What do you think?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, that sounds great.
Cool. All right, so we'll get Schenkhan and Kadzao set up, and we'll get that started.
It's go time.
All right, cool. All right, so what you should be paying attention to is how he deals with the limbs, how he gets in on the Dhalsim, and then what he does once he's in.
Yeah. Cool.
So he can stay in.
I'll just give you all a heads up that this might not be the most optimal way to play against Dhalsim. I am going to try experiment a bit too, to try give a few examples of what can be done, but I'm not too good at them myself, so see how it goes.
That's all right. That's all right. If you are able to, no pressure. Maybe just say a thought in your head as you're going along. If you can't, I find it super hard to talk and play, so there's no pressure.
No worries, I'll try my best here.
All right, fantastic. That's all we could ever ask.
No need for talk. Let's do this. I am not very fond of conflict. Round one. Fight.
All right. All right, so good checking of the teleports. Very good checking of the teleports. All right, so you see how he used the boom, made him block, and was able to close some space that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that slow boom too.
Yeah.
Just varying the speeds a bit.
Another thing, is he's getting a read on that Yoga Fire time, and because it's such a slow move to start up and recover, catching him with the boom. Or at least making him block the boom, giving him more time to get in.
That B reversal did get him closer after the standing medium kick.
Yeah. Oof.
He meant it though. Oh, that was tricky.
Oh, that was so
I like that
good.
trick.
Yeah.
That'll work.
So,
I think that might have still been the same side, but it can be tricky to respond to, and that was accidental.
we take those.
It's a response to teleport.
Now, this is something, okay, that's not the best idea there.
Oh.
You can interrupt the super if you're quick enough.
Yeah, you can. Dhalsim's super is horrific. A non-charged super will lose to a Kuma EX Fireball. Oof. Yeah, see how he's using the slow booms to force him in the air or to jump and stop his defensive pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing to be aware of.
Oops, it's simple.
That's alright. Happens to the best of us. Oh, good air to air. Cadzel's playing really well right now as well. Oh, nice. Alright. Oh, trying to be a little bit too tricky. Good throw. So, Oki, what do you see as a difference between what you were doing and what Shen is doing?
Definitely he's throwing less burns, and I guess he's more confident to sort of rush in, and I guess knows when to rush in.
Yeah.
And then I guess once he's in, he's putting the pressure on well,
Yeah.
which is I guess another thing I kind of struggle with a bit with execution sometimes.
Yeah. So, oof.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. Oh, and goes for
moving
the
the
shimmy.
screen almost just so he would fall under that boom. Just giving the Dalsim something to think about.
Yeah. Oh, good jump. No. Alright. Another thing Schenkhan was doing was when he was at full screen, he saw let Cadzel throw fireballs. He was just jumping, waiting for the teleport, getting ready to punish that.
Guile wins.
Okay. So, Shen, do you have anything to say about that?
I made a few errors here and there, and
Yeah.
it's not anything too much that could have been capitalized on. The way I played probably isn't indicative of how most sim matchups go, but
Yeah.
that is generally how I like to approach almost any matchup. The slow boom in particular. Versus Dhalsim, if the Dhalsim's going to jump and to use his V skill to float and try to avoid it, I'll just let him keep going backwards, and that's basically the easiest way for me to get screen position.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
If
All right.
the Dalsim decides to teleport or move forward, I'm looking to anti-air that. It's not always easy because of Sim's jumping heavy punch. It can be pretty difficult to anti-air unless you're ready for it. But basically, that's my approach.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
One
All
thing
right,
I'll say, sorry, the only other thing I'll add is I probably jumped a bit too much for that matchup. I
didn't
felt
notice that you were jumping a lot, and I was like, should I be doing that?
You were abusing the fact that you weren't getting anti-aired. So
That's right. I was only jumping because I saw that. I felt that I had the timing right for when to jump in, and it wasn't too often that I was getting anti-aired. So, not ideal to jump against Dalsim, but if your opponent's not ready, that's one of the options.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that everyone should be aware of. Is if you're jumping in and you're not getting punished for it, keep doing it because they're not going to stop you. But if they are stopping you, stop jumping. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get Schenkhan to play busy once more, or once, and then I think we'll get some newer people into the lobby.
Let's do this. Round one. Fight.
Alright. Big jump ins. Alright, so Polly, what do you see is the difference now between Shen and Oki in this particular set?
No, give me a little bit more time.
Yeah. No, of course. Oh, good anti-airs though. Oh, throws. Alright. Good blocks. So that EX good kick is safe. Oh, got caught checking buttons. Oh, double dash.
I was gonna say less jumping, but then he jumped.
Nice moves. Round two. Fight.
Yeah, more defensive. As far as I can see right now.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Still
being
calling
aware of
himself
when,
though, but that's normal for Guile, I suppose.
yeah, always moving back, getting that charge. Well, that was a good dash.
It's these moments that are really different, just the pressure that Schenkhan can put on.
Yeah.
With Guile's frame traps.
Oh,
That's tough to jump in on a jury anyway. Really good
Yeah.
conversion.
Not this.
Guile wins.
Try break my habit of jumping and see how I go with this one. See if I can keep it more grounded.
yeah, no. That's a really good idea. It's also good to play games where you just focus on not jumping, regardless of whether it's a good idea. Focusing on not jumping and getting that into your blood. Learning to play that grounded game. Oof. So, Oki, looking at the spacing where he's keeping himself right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so compared to where you think you would be at this point, looking at...
I think that'd probably be a bit closer in or
Really
further
good
back, I
with
guess.
punish, by the way. It's basic.
Yeah. Ooh, good reversal. Ooh, stuffs the anti-air though.
Look at that. That's an annoying poke, as Jury was saying.
Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, now he's being super patient because he knows there's that Jury V trigger, trying to just time that out. Ooh. Oh, good check.
Sorry, I jumped back.
That's all right.
Ooh.
It's a good interrupt.
Yeah, very good interrupt.
Round 2.
Yeah, no, good. So, see how he's using Brooms a lot more now, because... Ah, that V skill charge, there it is. Good
Ooh,
baits.
highly punishable. Could have done more.
Yeah, definitely.
Good flash
Good
kick.
flash kick though. Ooh.
Well, that's not safe, is it?
Ah, the EX kicks.
No,
minus
the
2.
crouching hard punch.
Oh no, I don't believe so.
Yeah, no, that's not safe. The reason I did it was to try and get a crush counter, but it was at a safe distance. At least I felt it was a safe distance.
Yeah, right.
Must be really annoying for Busy right now to get in.
Yeah. Getting frustrated.
Didn't capitalize even though he had the jump in basically.
Yeah. That was really a nice boom play.
Fight.
Good jab check.
Yeah. That's something Dizzy's good at, knowing when to press the right button or press the jab. Yeah. See how he used the crouching heavy punch as the anti-air? Was it crouching heavy punch?
Yeah, that was.
Use that as the anti-air as opposed to a flash kick because he didn't have the charge ready.
Yeah,
So-
that's something I really need to work on actually. Like, I basically
Yeah.
never do that.
Yeah, no, that's something that's really important to be able to do. Having all your anti-air options ready to go straight away. So what you can do is set up training mode, so you have the dummy kind of walking backwards and forwards, and then as one action, then have another action to do a jumping attack,
Yep.
and just focus on doing the crouching heavy punch. So
Yeah,
they'll be walking around. Yeah.
He had that.
Oof. Didn't confirm into critical art though. Ooh, nice.
I thought Schenkhan might have been a little bit impatient during Jury's V trigger.
Wins.
I was.
Yeah.
I missed an input that I felt was probably gonna take that round. I missed a punish,
Yeah.
and then I got a little bit flustered. I will try it again, no jumping. See if I can take this one.
See, burnout streams gone from only allowing himself 4 jumps a game, now it says goal, no jumping.
That's something he does a lot, which is interesting because he's a Dhalsim player, and Dhalsim doesn't jump that much. So, I guess the fact that he has, or moving to a character that can jump, like Akuma or, I always forget his name, Zeku, where he can jump, he feels
He
a
just
bit more
wants to be in
safe.
the air. The
Yeah.
safety of the air. That's inverted. Got in quotes, safety.
Yeah. I love watching Jury combos. They're so cool.
I wonder what the best punish is for Guile on Jury's V skill on block.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So it is quite minus.
Well, it's like minus 12 or 13 or something, isn't it?
Oof. So the charged one is actually minus 18.
Oh, there you go.
So you can do anything. Press a big button. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yes, Bison can down forward heavy punch.
Yeah.
Oh,
good
that was
blocks.
close, yeah.
Ah, I'm dumb.
I was about to say, look how patiently he was, just walking backwards and forwards. And he dashed in and got hit in the face.
Good tech by Busy. Oh, wow. Nice meaty.
Caught pressing buttons. Yeah.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, good boom.
Bunch of errors.
That's alright. There's a good jump in though.
It's Busy doing the aggressive poking now.
Yeah. Oh, so much dash. I love it.
He's doing what I do and just, I don't care about the damage from booms, I just keep walking forward.
Look, it can work if the damage you're getting after it is what, well, counteracting that damage.
That's absolutely right. I don't think her fireball's going to really do much against Guile from that far away.
Good tech though.
I'm sorry, I jumped
Nice.
again. Those are the times I love to jump.
Guile wins.
Yeah, it's okay. We forgive you. All right. Cool. So, we'll give you one more game, Oki,
Okay, sure.
and then we'll get another resident fledgling in. To...
Yes, I have to triple confirm who it is because they're all eating dinner right now.
Fair enough. All right.
Do you have any questions, Oki, about anything that I just any of those
I
games?
guess, probably the thing I noticed in those jury games that one of the things that you're doing that I'm definitely not doing is throwing those light booms and then following them in. Like,
Yep.
I've thrown a boom. I'm kind of just thinking about the next one, I guess, not really thinking about what I can do to
Right.
maneuver like with that while it's out there. So that's definitely something that I need to go away and think about a bit more, I think.
Yeah, definitely look
Okay,
at
that.
throwing the light boom and anticipating what your opponent wants to do about it.
Yeah, that's right.
They want to jump, you got to have that anti-air ready.
Yeah, yeah.
And once you've anti-aired, you've got your charge back to do whatever you want. You can
Yeah,
either
right.
wait to play neutral from there again, or you can
Yeah.
walk forward.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, Oki, for your last game, who do you want to play? You've got Polly, myself, M-Deep, Busy, or Schenkhan.
I don't mind. Whoever wants
Who
to
do you
play
think
me,
you
I
get the
guess.
most out of? So you've got Polly, Karen, or Chun. You've got myself as Akuma. You've got M-Deep as Karen. Maybe, if you ask nicely, Nash. And then you've got Busy, who's obviously a jury player. And then you've got Schenkhan, who plays Guile, Ken, a little bit of Zeku.
Yeah, probably a Karen then, I guess. So
A Karen?
yeah.
Cool.
Oh wow!
Do you want,
oh wow! Can I get the wobbly knees now?
all right, do you
On the
want
big stage.
Polly, or do you want M-Deep?
Maybe I'll go up against MD, I guess. He always seems to destroy me in fledgling, so it's good to get some practice.
Good matchup.
Yeah, no worries.
Spare Polly the wobblies.
Yep.
I get performance stage fright.
No worries. It happens to the best of us, Polly. My first ever time where I was on a offline tournament, and my first ever game at that offline tournament was a stream game, and I was literally shaking afterwards. So, performance anxiety gets everyone.
You know, the story that I tell people is at BAM, which was my first local.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first and third games that I played, I was really nervous, and after the third game, set I should say, I couldn't stand up properly because my legs were like jumping. But my second set was against Daigo, and I felt awesome afterwards, even though he beat me.
Yeah.
2-0. It was just a different feeling of no expectation, right?
Yeah. That would have been awesome.
That was fantastic. It was one of the best experiences in gaming for me. Alright, let's go.
Oh. Yeah. Alright.
Nice V-skill.
Yeah, really good.
He's got the throw pressure straight away.
Oh, big crush counter too. So, as a Karen
Tenko
player...
is unsafe on block, so he could have punished.
Oh, good jump. So, as a Karen player, what do you fear against Guile?
Nothing. No, look, the most defensive Guiles who block a lot are the hardest to break through, because Corinne's mix-up game's really not as easy as other characters. So you're trying to shimmy. It's based around the throw game basically, and you're trying to poke them and counter them in neutral. So getting past the booms isn't too much of an issue.
Yeah.
So it must be a hard matchup for Guile.
Yeah, right.
At one hit.
Ooh.
Right idea. From M Deep though.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, in this matchup, a guy would want to be pretty defensive, and just make the Karen frustrated.
I think you have to play the player in this matchup in a lot of ways, because you know, for me, for example, I'm sure Schenkhan would not be upset with being quite aggressive at times, at the right times.
Yeah.
Because Corinne's got to be a little bit buttony at some stage. She's got to sit there and try and hope she hits you with standing medium punch or crouching medium kick.
Yeah, right.
I definitely agree that you're fighting the player more so when it comes to Karen. But there are Karens Karen flowcharts, so.
Yeah. So
I just want to say that it's the second time I've seen that he's blocked a Tenko. I don't know the proper punish, but maybe if Oki starts with a light punish, because it can be a little bit difficult to punish online, just with the block stun being a bit weird. But it's really important against Corinne to punish the Tenkos. There'll always be a missed Orochi that becomes a Tenko against Corinne.
Yeah.
At this level.
Yeah. Also, he didn't anti-air once. There was a string of jump-ins from M Deep there where Oki just blocked. So like a crouching heavy punch would have been a really good idea, or even flash kick, because he was crouched for quite a while.
Just that the V skill worked then, because I think he was just too far away to be hitting buttons.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, good V skill.
He's not really threatening M Deep with a boom game at all. If he's getting through with V skill, he's close, but it's not a threatening boom game.
Yeah, true.
This is better pressure though. He maybe can learn to bait the V reversals so he can throw them.
Yeah.
When you put someone in the corner, because they will V reversal. I'm pretty sure everyone does these days. The game's been out 18 months, so most silvers even will be doing that.
Yeah. Learning to V-reversal is a really important skill, but learning to not V-reversal once you learn to V-reversal is also just as good.
Yeah. It's just that if you bait a V reversal from a Korean or whoever else in the corner, you know, you're keeping them in the corner and not being pushed away. And Korean is quite susceptible to corner pressure.
Mm.
Her health from the first thing, and then if and then it's difficult for her to get out in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So she should start giving her some air pressure, but you shouldn't have to in that situation.
Yeah, no, really, really good points. All right, so do we have our next Guile ready to go?
Yeah, hang on a second. give me
Yeah,
2
no
seconds.
worries.
Finish
Alright,
up with Oki.
Yeah. Oki,
Yeah,
nice work, mate.
thanks.
How do you feel you've gone? You've got some areas that you know you need to improve on?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stuff I need to improve on, and yeah, it's good, really good for you guys to take the time to point it out and give some pointers and things. Yeah, really appreciated. But yeah, I think there's a lot of things I probably need to work on. Probably, I think like something that I noticed, or something that happened in that round, I guess, was sort of when I got him in the corner, I think once or twice. I basically just stuffed up my corner pressure and then kind of got out for free.
Yeah.
So I think execution's kind of a big one to work on. Yeah, maybe I guess I do get a bit nervous as well playing on stream, so that probably is probably not helping. But you know, excuses.
It's totally fine.
It really is. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure. I hope you can take away from this and get ready to move on and continue on the road to El Dorado.
Yep.
And yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, thanks
cool.
for joining, and don't forget to have a look at the VOD after we're finished.
Yeah, sure. So I can see what you're saying during the matches.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Definitely. And it'll also be uploaded to YouTube as well. So if you want to go watch it there, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that already.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
We're getting really close to that 100 subscribers, so we can get ourselves a nice Team WP URL on YouTube.
All right, I have our next fledgling.
Ooh. Who is it?
It's M-Deep.
M-Deep, what?
He plays Guile.
Surprise, surprise.
Shocking.
Cool, so why
Click
is
here
M-Deep
to
playing
find out
Guile?
why.
I like it.
And I asked him who wants to play first, and he wants to play Schenkhan in a mirror match first.
Ooh. Alright,
So
cool.
I reckon we'll get Schenkhan on, and then we'll get busy to play right afterwards.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, I'm down with that. So we'll get Busy to jump down. Fantastic. Love your work, Busy.
I love that he listens on.
Yeah, it's so good. Alright. Cool. And very good. So we've got a spot open to anyone who wants to join. If you want to get in on this, join the Discord, and in the streams lobby there is the password to join the lobby here. Alright, cool. So let's see how M-Deep goes as Guile. Have you seen M-Deep's Guile before?
Ages ago, before he swapped to Corinne, he was going
Really?
back and forth quite a lot actually then, and I think now he goes back and forth between like Corinne and Balrog and Ryu, but I think he knows God a fair bit. Of
Really?
course, we'll see how that goes. Oh, I got the echo booms.
No, M-Deep's quite a knowledgeable character, a knowledgeable person. He knows quite a lot of characters to a reasonable level as well. So, ooh, I'd expect him to do all right.
So Schenkhan is the red Guile.
Yes, and M-Deep is the one who spent too long in a tanning bed. Oh, good flash kick. I think that's the mark of a Guile who knows what they're doing. B skill into flash kick.
Exactly. Do you think he only jumped in because of the fact that... No. MD likes jumping in.
Yep. Ooh, no flash kick there. So I remember watching a stream where it was I think it was like a super silver gold Guile, and all he was doing is just going in training mode, throwing Sonic Boom, and then doing the flash kick as soon as possible. So he's practicing that Sonic Boom to flash kick charge.
That'd be one of the first things I would do as a Guile. This part of the round's been really good for MD. He's had some good throw mix-ups. He's using his booms quite well.
Yeah,
almost like he was just getting back into the character.
Yeah.
Oh
This is
wow.
funny. I've never really watched much of a Guile mirror match before.
You know what? They're way more fun than any other Guile matchup.
Oh man. Look, MD did pretty well. Alright,
I would love to suspect that he hasn't played Guile for a while, but yeah.
yeah. Schenkhan, any quick things to say?
Round one.
I've versed MD's Guile before.
Yeah.
He has all the basics down. Pretty solid overall. I think
Yeah.
it just comes down to maybe I do it a little bit better.
Yeah, right. No, I think that's something MD is really good at, is his basics and understanding how to play the person that he's playing against as opposed to playing the character, which is something we've mentioned quite a few times actually now.
Yeah, he also seems to just pick up new characters and have the basics down pat just so easily. I'm very jealous.
Yeah. Me too.
And maybe Balrog, but his Balrog is alright as well, so...
Yeah. No, I guess the Balrog would, and the charging character switches would help. I don't know. I don't really play charge characters.
Oh, you should. They're a really good way to learn defense, I think. They teach you automatically, basically, how to play defense. Because you have to hold back, down back a lot.
Yeah.
But also within your combos as well. And your block
Yeah,
strings.
true.
Your jump ins as well. I mean, you're always holding down back. Oh, didn't get punished.
Alright. Cool, jumps. That was really good with MD. Good patience. Just wait out those extra booms. Oh, jumps himself into the corner. Bad choice. See, with most characters, I would suggest against jumping into the corner unless it's going to get you the kill. There are a few exceptions.
Sorry, I'll go for it.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions to the rule where if you're 100% thinking I'm going to jump in and get the hit, there are a few exceptions to the rule where, like Akuma, where you can do the side switch combo and put you back in the corner. But I really don't think it's worth jumping yourself into the corner at any time.
Definitely. You need a mix-up ready to kill in most instances. Or maybe, I guess if you're a She, just DX Eagle, spike out of there or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
Oh,
something
we lost
happened
a
to
Busy.
Busy. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he can come back and maybe verse MD in his Guile. So,
His SF5 crashed.
oh no, that's definitely less than ideal.
Typical.
All right. So, MD, who do you want to verse now? You've got myself. You've got Polly, or you can verse Schenkhan again. I'm thinking you're probably me.
I figured I should join voice so I can talk.
Oh, I finally get to hear NDP's voice.
Ooh.
That's
Welcome.
what I sound.
I like it. Is it MDP or is it MDeep?
MDP. MDeep was the account I had to make because MDP was not, possible.
Yeah, right. Very good.
It's one of his
MDP.
many ults.
All right, MDP. No worries. Cool. I'll remember that.
Regastorm says, Guile Knight, any tips for playing against Guile with Akuma? I reckon.
Ooh. I reckon we should
a little
play.
bit of LLL onto MDP action. Just
Cool.
to show us a little bit.
All right, so this is a matchup I have a love-hate relationship with, to be honest. I don't mind
Why
it, but I also
Regastorm is asking
hate
for
it.
advice.
So I'll do my best to display what you should be doing. Basically, I'm just going to be walking down the booms, trying to either bait or get a read on a boom that's coming in and do a medium kick tatsu over it. Otherwise, I will not be jumping and throwing air fireballs because heavy kick, flash kick beats that outright. It is not a good choice.
I'll try.
But I'll inevitably end up doing it anyway because I'm an idiot.
Round one.
All right.
Fight.
I apologize for my stick noises. Wait.
No Super Veritech. No.
Oh boy. Alright. We can do better than that, guys. I'll give you a better matchup than that.
I look away for
Sorry.
1 second and I come back, put the blinds down, come back, you've lost a round in 20 seconds.
Look, it wasn't my best effort, I apologize. Oh, come on. There we go.
Oh, I like that Tatsu. I wouldn't have the guts to do it myself. Good jump in.
Oh, that was a meaty. That should have worked. Oh, that
I
was
hope this
sick.
works.
Oh,
So much damage. Oh, that was dumb.
sort of upset that the super did not work.
Guile
Alright. That was nice.
I felt like the jump in only worked because you're doing booms really close to Akuma.
I tend to forget
Yeah.
using the normal anti-air, and I try to rely on the
Round one.
flash kick, and I'm like, oops, I missed it.
Fight.
That's probably a DP, right? Guile can punish Akuma's sweep and block with his own sweep, right?
Oh, definitely.
At worst. Good punish.
That was a good counter hit. Alright, so you should have flash kicked there for sure.
It's a good air fireball. Nice escape. Yes.
Yeah.
Server.
Damn.
Was that kind of a panic sweep or like a Corinne kind of sweep?
A
Was
little
there
bit
a
of both.
specific purpose to it?
A lot of this is like panic at the moment.
Just like the
I'm
NPCs
happy to know you're panicking. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I missed DP. Nice escape.
Oh, there it is. That catches me every time. That
Good mix-up.
flip kick is a really good throw bait. Like really,
Yeah, I've
really
seen
good throw bait.
Daigo do it like all the time.
Yeah.
That throw not work. Nice punish.
That's it. Nope. We're living. Oh, that is not the button I wanted.
I didn't see many crouching heavy punch and other CC buttons from Akuma. Is there a reason in this matchup where it's a bit too dicey to do that?
Yeah, no, I'm just afraid of those booms. So, sticking out buttons like that. Look, it might be a good idea. I'm happy to try and use that more against him, but I just, I'm more focused on just trying to get in as opposed to trying to crush counter anything. Because for me, playing footsies against Guile is not something I want to be doing. I want to be getting in and throwing him down, basically. And then pushing him into the corner and keeping him there. That's my general game plan as opposed to trying to get random crush counters.
We have a special guest.
Oh. Super Vero Tech. I love it.
I don't think this is a great matchup for Rashid, right? Schenkhan?
No, I don't know. He has the role.
He'll make it a rough matchup for me though.
Schenkhan, what do you think?
My unpopular opinion is that it's even.
Ooh. Why is that?
I feel Rashid, like obviously, getting in on Guile can be difficult for most characters, but Rashid's movement and the risks he can take don't necessarily make it that he'll die due to them. Like it's not like Rashid has plenty of options, is what I feel. He has to work around Guile. I'm not a Rashid player. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, right. So let's see what he does.
Well, Rashid did a spinning mixer at the start of the round. So.
Classic Rashid move. But he rolled under the first boom straight away. Like, so that's got to put some worry into MD. Or MDP. So,
I always think I can jump that.
Ooh.
Yeah, Rashid's standing mini kip is -2 on block.
Oof.
That
That
really
was
not the best response.
Ooh. Unlucky.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice flash kick.
Oof. Very, very good flash kick. And good challenge on the standing medium kick too. So it was at a good distance, but it is -2. And Vertec is one to press the button twice. Oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the right use of the eagle, the dive kick, the
Yeah.
Eagle's dive kick.
Oh, just do it. Yeah, see, he pressed medium kick, And he went to do it again straight away. It was a really good challenge from MDP. Nice. But that cornered himself. So maybe not the best choice.
Oh, nice crush counter.
Oh.
It's a very nice punch. I probably wouldn't even.
I've been watching Super Veritech on some streams on Twitch in the last week or so. This one last week. A lot of Robbie.
Yeah.
And he's not being bodied like that on streams for a while.
Usually in
Nicely
the
done.
tournaments, he's quite difficult.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
You seem to have a really good handle on how to play him though.
Yeah, I played a lot of sets with him.
Yeah, fair.
And I always get caught by the EX. What's the eagle? Or what's it called again? The stupid thing where it like.
The Eagle Spike.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Or the
Or
EX
the
spinning
spinning mixer.
DP or...
Oh, the EX spinning mixer. Is that
So I
what
just
you're
decided,
saying?
yeah. So I've just decided to go full patient with him and see if I can just bait it all the time.
Yeah, nice work. Oh, good jump out though.
Nice mixer.
Yeah. Overhead. Oh, went for the low.
Not crush countable, man.
Yeah. Good jump back jab.
Nice.
Also, I'm gonna not
Nice.
talk during play because I gotta hold down a button. Kind of
Yeah,
makes
Yeah,
that's
no, we don't want you to anyway.
Alright, good.
Round 2. Fight.
That's -2 as well, isn't it? After
yeah.
the second hit?
No, yeah, it is definitely -2. You should be pressing buttons after that. Yeah. After I got absolutely walloped by MD from the last fledglings I played in, I went back and started to learn a bit of Rashid frame data. Hasn't helped, I still lose to him. But I know it now.
The non-EX bronze mixer.
Oh!
Oh man.
Oh.
I thought he was gonna crush counter then.
Yeah. Solid round by Super Veritech.
Fight.
Oh.
Yeah, it's tough to hit buttons after the crashing heavy punch on block with any sort of range away.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good get in.
It's -2,
that
but
was-
it's distance you're...
There you are. It's if you press the button, you can easily press the button afterwards and catch it. Oh no, drops.
Oh,
Oh no, double drops. So much damage from the EX
Oh,
balls.
he didn't get tricked by the upside down kick that time. The dash up upside
Yeah.
down kick.
Rashid wins.
just the pressure that
Yeah.
Rashid pushes on you, and especially Super Veritech. It's really
Yeah.
intense stuff.
Schenkhan,
No, it is.
how does Guile go with punishing or interrupting Rashid's pressure and his frame traps?
Round 1. Fight.
It's because he doesn't have a 3 frame, so it would be a lot harder
Right.
for him, right?
Yeah, it's. I'd say it's pretty similarly to how most characters would handle it. You just have to find when they may be trying to apply fake pressure. They're looking for a dash in or walk up throw. Kyle's always got his EX splash kick and you feel like it's definitely going to be a time to escape with him.
Oh man.
Oh, cheeky. Unlucky though.
Also, if you get hit by the spinning mixer in neutral, don't hit a button afterwards.
Fight.
Yeah, true.
I see a lot of it. Even I do it sometimes. Like that.
So that standing heavy kick is -4 on block. So Guile should be able to jab it or do something afterwards. So it is actually a punishable move.
Guile has a very difficult punish for support -4 moves. If you're good enough to do, sorry, if you're good enough to do standing light kick into flash kick or boom,
Yeah, right.
then that's the go-to. But
Because of its distance?
pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
Range
no.
rather.
The range allows to punish most moves that are -4. If you can at least get the hit, it's like a lot of the time I'll just go for the light kick just to at least punish it.
Yeah, hopefully stop them from doing it again. Ooh.
Oh, so close.
Oh, that was scary.
So, you sat on all that meter for quite a while. It worked out in the end, but maybe look at using it for... I don't really know how Guile should be using his meter, so maybe Schenkhan can speak about that. Like, is it worth Guile saving up his meter for the critical art? Or could he be using it elsewhere?
It's worth saving it enough to the point where you definitely have it at the end of a round. You always want to look for the chip
Yeah, right.
out or the guaranteed kill.
Yeah, cool.
That said, I think Rashid may be able to escape with his V reverse, given that it's
Yeah,
a roll away.
yeah, true. Not punished? No, too far.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Rashid wins.
That definitely looked like a Super Veritech style win.
Special. Yeah,
Good games though.
yeah, definitely. All right, so Schenkhan, what would you say about that setup? What could MDP do better?
That's tough when you're fighting Veritech. It's not your typical Rashid matchup, I'd say. But
Yeah,
it's not at all a dig at Veritech. I actually like the way he plays Rashid.
yeah,
If all he needs to do, it's not about Veritech, but if he tightened up his pressure and when to press buttons, his style would do very well to leveling up and going
Yeah,
up
right.
in rank if he did. But otherwise, I really think it just comes down to fighting Veritech. You
yeah,
have to know when to punish the stuff that he loves to do.
yeah,
You can keep Veritech out, and he loves to eagle spike at opportune times. He tends to play a full screen zoning game where his whirlwind shots don't hit anything and look to eagle spike you. So you
Yeah.
have to anticipate that sort of stuff. But otherwise, it's fairly simple keeping out Rashid in general, unless the Rashid likes to take the risks.
yeah, right.
So you just got to be aware of that. If they're prepared to spend the meter or B skill or whatever it takes to get in, you just got to be ready.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Being ready is half the battle, though, isn't it? Yeah. So we seem to have lost an MDP.
We did lose an MDP. I'm just going to. His computer froze, I think. I'm just inviting Billy Beast though. I hope he's just joined.
Sorry about
So
that. My
we're-
computer just like froze.
That's all right. It happens to the best of us who are on PCs. PS4 Master Race. But all right, so we're bringing in a Billy.
Hopefully, I hope he didn't
Hopefully.
disappear. I told him to wait 20 minutes.
Okay. All right, so hopefully Billy Boost comes. Hopefully we can also get him in chat. Schenkhan, you're
Yes.
in the grand finals of the Friday nights. How do you feel about that?
I am not at all prepared. Hopefully, I can be by the time it comes around.
And it's not just
Yeah.
it's not just grand finals in the sense of a regular tournament that we do. It's a round robin tournament that Team WP is doing Friday week.
Yeah, that's correct. So it is a round robin tournament. So we have the top 8 players from all Friday night battles. So every time you enter the Friday night battles, if you placed well, you got some points. The top 8 point winners playing off in a round robin, and then the winner of the top 2 players of the round robin will play a best of 5 winner takes all set. So that'll be really cool to watch. And it is not this Friday coming. It is next Friday.
Qualified players, not just Schenkhan, there's Nez, Ghost Ships, Somniac,
Yep.
WP's own Bug, WP's own A Wild Llama, 619 from Melbourne, and Mont, who's only really been joining into the tournaments in the last few weeks with his Laura.
Yeah. He's played really well with his Laura, actually. Made it to finals a few times.
I'm pretty sure
And,
every single
just got
time he's
beat out a
played
couple.
actually in the tournaments. I think he's only been in 2, 3 at most.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's from Brisbane as well.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. All right, so we've got Billy Boosts, another Guile up and running, ready to go. All right, so we're going to put him against Super Veritech?
Yep.
Yeah, sweet. All right, Billy, if you're listening, ready up. Otherwise, Super Veritech, if you're listening, ready up.
Thanks for having me anyway, guys. I'll let you continue on.
Thanks for coming, MDP. It's been a pleasure, and get to hear your lovely voice.
I can't wait for Ryu or Corinne Knight.
Oh, that'd be exciting.
Ooh, yeah. I think it might be worth putting it to a vote for what night we have coming up next.
Absolutely. What a great idea.
Send it to the people. Who do you want to see in one of these nights? So we've done a Guile night. We'll get whatever character you guys vote for. There'll be a top player that we have in the Discord who'll be, I'm sure, willing to help out. So vote for the characters you want to see. We'll organize that after this stream, and I'll send a message of when the vote's open and the details of how to vote.
Super Veritek's already in there with the Colleen Knight.
Of course he is.
He's Ice Queen.
Has there been a jury night?
I'm sure there will be one very soon as well, because we have a very what's the word? Energetic or no? But we have some jury players that are very loving of jury. Right, you did standing medium kick into the forward heavy punch. That's not real. Forward medium punch, sorry. Oof. Good box. Good throw. So Shen, I'm assuming you've played Billy a bit, or at least helped him out a bit.
I have. I've played him a couple times.
Yeah.
I like his Guile. I think he needs to look at when he's throwing booms, mostly.
Yeah. Right.
Doesn't seem to be going for them as much in this matchup.
Which isn't a bad choice, because Rashid does have that role, so you got to be careful of that. Ooh, that was interesting.
It's a late decision to actually flash kick too.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good check on that. I forgot forget the name. The
It's on the spinning
whirlwind.
mixer on block.
The spinning mixer, yeah.
Yeah, Super Veritech didn't have any meter as well, so he couldn't EX spinning mixer afterwards.
Yeah, so that was a
Free
really
jab.
good check from him. Yeah. So realizing Super Veritech likes to press buttons after that, and
You know what? It's not a free jab though. It's a 4-frame button. Oh.
yeah,
No, that's still fine for him. It's -2.
yeah,
isn't
because
it?
it's -2.
Yeah.
Ooh. So it looks like Billy knows when to press buttons. Oh, just misses the overhead. Ooh. So, ooh. Ooh. Right. Schenkhan, what are your thoughts on what's happening at the moment?
Well, Billy's kind of going against what I said earlier and now looking to boom his way out instead of the walk down, interrupt pressure.
10 points. I did it. Round
Yeah, right.
I have a question from sort of coming from the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
About Bazooka Knee being punishable, how does one keep it safe?
Ooh,
Just
that's a really
comes
good
down to
question.
spacing. It's at worst -3. If it's right in your face, so free frame will punish it. And it's +1 at best on block. So if you've got a 3-frame, you can still interrupt, and you will likely trade.
Interesting. So it's always good to jab after it.
On block, I'd say so.
Yeah.
There's not too much. It'd be very hard for Guile to have a charge ready, unless there was some sort of V-trigger activation or something that happened. So
Yeah, right.
there's not too much Guile can do after just a lone Berserker knee.
And Super Veritech used a 4-frame button, I think, then.
Right.
Crouching light kick for...
He's crouching. Oh, crouching light kick. Sorry. Yeah, that's 4 frames. Ooh. Doesn't punish the roll kick. Very punishable. Ooh. So Billy seems to be really patient when he's in the corner, which is good. Just sitting back, waiting for Veritech to make that. Just a little bit of relief to let himself jump out or throw an EX boom to get him off him. All combos. That was a nice confirm. Was that a bit risky throwing out the heavy punch like that? Or is that a good kind of pokey button?
Actually blanked out. Was it the back heavy punch or the forward heavy punch? Or standard?
No, just a standard heavy punch. He kind of used it to get himself out of the corner. Managed to get a counter hit with it, I think.
Not ideal unless you somehow have the read. But hey, sometimes you just press a button and it can work.
Yeah, right. Well, if it was just a random button, that's really good awareness to go into the combo after it as well.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, Polly, you haven't played yet. Would you like to give Billy some Karen
Sure.
experience?
What's the
Let me just-
I was
yeah.
going to ask Schenkhan, with the, Super Veritech uses standing medium kick a lot on block. I mean, often he does do 2 or 3 in a row. But just with, say, the first one on block, what's the best response for Guile against that standing medium kick?
It's really isn't a lot. If you think he's going to do another standing medium kick, then you would go for something like back heavy punch. Something that will interrupt and possibly like back heavy punch with crush count. I'm sure you could also crouch heavy punch and you would get the full punish. But it's if you're willing to take that risk.
How about
Yes.
just to check it as it's -2?
Round 1.
Like does a standing light kick work well?
To be honest, I'd have to test. Standing light kick hits quite low,
Ah,
so I'm not sure if his medium kick would somehow pass over.
So, Schenkhan, what do you look for in your Chun matchup? So what's your general game plan against it?
Well, if I compare it to the amount of times I've fought Carbuncle, it's very back and forth. You're not going to
Yeah.
control. Neither character can really control it. Sort of take the advantage when you can.
Yeah, right. So is this the type of one where you want to be up in Chun's face, or do you want to be back throwing a few booms, or just play it by ear?
I like to play it. I generally play most matchups back and forth, but particularly for this one, I stay outside of her normal range,
Yeah,
and I only get in if I feel like I can really pressure on a knockdown. Then I'll usually just back right out and play
yeah, right.
Guile footsies.
Yeah, fair. Ooh, nice.
oh no! It, it didn't hit.
Oh no.
Oops. And yeah, it failed.
Oh no. Is that it? Yeah.
I should have just gone crouching medium kick super, to be honest,
Final
with
round.
that V trigger
Yeah.
activation.
That would have been a
Safe.
solid idea. Safe idea, yeah.
Crouching light
So-
punch is not frames.
Yeah. Polly, what are you looking for at the moment here?
I'm honestly trying to get about here and
Yeah.
to be able to do stuff like this. This is my perfect position to be in. And then I
Yeah.
can do that, do the crouching medium punch.
Yeah.
That's the fun. Oops.
Oof.
No. Should kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely
that,
killed.
so the whole game plan against most Guiles, I wouldn't do the same thing with Schenkhan, is to get around back medium punch distance, and that is the one where her open palm move goes forward.
Round
That's
1.
not the standing heavy punch.
Fight.
It's 0 on block, and it's just a very good poke. And then I can follow up with a standing heavy punch
Yeah, right.
afterwards. Although I can be punished for that,
Yeah, right, because it is 0 on block.
and the startup is a bit slow.
Yeah, right.
The standing hard punch.
Yeah, yeah.
Oops, what happened there?
Oh, nice. So I'm noticing you're not sliding on the booms. Is that due to reactions or just...
I can't read his booms. That's why.
Yeah, right.
It might be because I'm on the mic. I'm not sure.
Yeah, right.
I'm also just a little far.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Oh, no. Well, good text.
That was just pressure in the end, I think. I was putting onto him in the corner. It's the only reason why he didn't block the overhead.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's letting me in a little bit too easy. Maybe more.
Oh, nice.
Oh, missed it. Oops. Maybe walking towards Chun-Li too much? Oh,
Yeah, I was about to
missed
say. Oh no, that was a panic.
it. That was a I'm talking.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh,
Right idea though.
oh no. Yeah. Oh, nice empty jump low. Cheese. Lovely.
Yeah, easy punish.
Yeah. So I definitely agree. He was definitely walking forwards a lot.
Like,
Schenkhan
I'm the
did-
one that should be walking
Yep.
forward in that matchup aggressively.
Yeah,
And
that's what I would think as well.
yeah, so I was basically A, keeping him out, and B, walking him to the corner.
Yeah.
So just the whole way to the corner, or keeping control within neutral, was, you know, even though I shouldn't be with his booms, I shouldn't be able to do that. If he uses, say, the light boom, I don't think Chun can actually slide under that without at least getting hit. So
Yeah,
varying the
interesting.
boom types
Yeah.
would really make it a lot harder. You know, if you're making Chun use her V skill to get in, you know, like she's pretty desperate.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Schenkhan, what did you see?
A lot of what Polly said. I don't think Billy jumped
Yeah.
very much at all, and it might not seem like a good thing to do, but I believe jumping a few times in any match is a smart move.
At least to test the waters at the beginning, just to see how
Definitely.
that player reacts, especially online. Characters like Chun have very specific anti-air timings for their buttons. Every button for anti-air is a very specific range away from Chun. So, are you doing a deep cross in, a cross up? Are you jumping from far away? They're all different buttons. And she also really actually wants to do a jumping medium punch to get max damage off her air-to-airs.
Yeah.
So, and she's got an air throw as well, just like Guile. So it's very specific, and it probably is a good thing to at least test. Test a Chun, you know, how their anti-air is, because like you play Carbuncle's anti-air is really good, but not a lot of Chuns have very good anti-air. Again, because online's a bit difficult, and her buttons are very specific. You don't get a lot of damage as Chun unless you're jumping medium punch, cancelling into EX legs.
Yeah, fair. All right. So who do we want him to verse next?
Except V-Trigger. Don't jump in on Chun in V-Trigger.
Oh, why is that?
Because half of her juggles come from her air-to-airs and AA's like back hard kick, which can juggle into like 500 damage really easily if she's got like 3 bars for super.
All right. So should we get him to verse myself, Veritek, or Schenkhan?
Maybe Akuma?
Akuma? Yeah, all right. Bring him on. Hopefully I can do a little bit better than my previous matchup. And give him
Billy's got an
something to learn.
Akuma too, right?
Billy? Oh, yeah, that's right. He was in the last, or in the very first LP4U.
Awesome.
And he played Akuma, so let's see what he knows.
By the way, the Twitch chat was ahead of us with the testing me with jump-ins, just to test my anti-airs.
Yeah?
I don't know how to pronounce the name though. Royza? You know who you are.
Look,
We
I
might
can't
make
see
this
the-
the last match
yeah.
as well, by the way.
yeah, I think that's a good idea. All right, Billy, this is it. Last match.
Fight.
Last set.
Ah, yeah, that.
That's because you did the red fireball, right? That jump in.
Yeah. That is correct. That was a good idea. Boy.
What's the best response for air fireballs with Guile, Schenkhan?
Heavy flash.
Heavy
kick.
flash kick will pretty much always beat it. So it has projectile invincibility on frame 1.
Oh, lovely. Jealous.
You can also get away with light flash kick. It can often trade though, so it's timing specific and you got to be ready.
Yep. Overextended into the wake up. Nice EX flash kick. Good booms.
Shoot.
Were you doing a fireball, LL?
Yeah, I did. I threw EX Fireball because I thought he'd throw a boom, but I was slow. Oh, I disagree.
You're in the loop now.
Yeah.
Actually, is Guile's back throw, is that a real loop in the corner? That's a forward throw, sorry.
Forward throw isn't. He has advantage, but
Oh, too slow. Way too slow.
I just like the effort.
Look, I'll do it every time. And
I appreciate it.
it just, it's not a good choice against Guile because he just recovers so fast from the boom. Like that would have got a Ryu every time,
Guile wins.
100%. But yeah, Guile recovers so quick. But you know, he likes my moves. I've got the makings of a pro. Maybe one day I'll make it. All right.
So Roy, Tsar,
Round 1.
air fireballs, how about dash forward, staining heavy punch into crouching media punch combo?
Ugh.
sorry, can you repeat that?
So for air fireballs, dashing under, standing heavy punch, crouching media punch combo. Is that a good punish? Or is it very specific with how far away Akuma is when he's doing his air fireballs?
Well, Kuma would definitely have to be pretty close to dash under.
Yep.
I'd also have to look at the recovery on landing. Not sure how much recovery frames there are.
What's Guile's best or easiest ways of dealing with Akuma's demon flips?
Flash kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A flash
Yeah.
kick on reaction. If,
Like,
if, it,
I'm
if
just
it's
gonna write a note here. Best thing for Guile to do on anything.
spot on.
Polyjuice.
oh damn it.
No, but Billy, if he was doing that, he would have been a lot better off in the corner. He won the round anyway, but I really
Yeah.
liked LL's pressure he's putting on to Billy. Nice free reversal, L.
Thank you. Oh, you smart
yeah,
cookie.
Nice.
Oh, I disagree again.
I felt you were a bit unlucky with the EX flash kick after the cross under, but you should have expected it.
Yeah.
And just
To be-
taken
yeah.
the throw if he was to hit throw.
No, press medium kick to get in with the button. All right, we're going to call that a night, boys.
I think so. That was fantastic. So
Yeah.
actually, any last words for Billy Boost and his goal?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Schenkhan?
As I said earlier, I really like his Guile. He has pretty much all of his execution down. I still believe he needs to look at boom spacing and timing and knowing when the opponent is likely to jump. Yeah, there's not too much else to say about his Guile.
So, what do you think the extra push that'll get him to platinum would be?
Probably
that
just
one little thing?
patience.
Patience?
Be a little bit more patient. Know when to extend and when to back off. And when to hold out on throwing sonic booms.
Yeah, right. All right, cool. So, Billy, there you go. Extra work for you to get to platinum is just be a little bit more patient, be more wary of your booms. And Schenkhan believes, with his heart of hearts, that will get you to platinum. Isn't that right, Schenkhan?
Guaranteed he'll be plat.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. That's going to wrap us up for the night. Thank you very much for everyone who participated.
Can I share a couple of things first?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yep.
Um,
No worries.
we cannot forget about the player.me competition.
Oh, of course.
Signing up into the Team WP team. There's $5,000 of prizes that can be won, and Team WP hopes to maybe pick that up, so that
Yes.
any funding for sending our WP sponsored players around the country is really, really, really awesome. We're quite far down the leaderboard though at the moment, so if you haven't signed up, there's some links. I might even just copy it now and put it into Twitch chat. What else?
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I think there's about 80 subscribers or so. We're looking for at least 100. 20 more subs, yeah.
If we get that 100, we get to have that custom WP link that we want, as opposed to just the random WP link. So subscribing to that is going to help us with that. We've also got our Twitch, which you should be watching us here now. So just click the like button at the very least, or subscribe if you really want to help us out.
Like we mentioned before, the Friday night tournaments, going to finish up in a round robin. But that's not this Friday; it's next Friday. That's because Capcom Cup is this week. And
yeah, get hyped for that.
Yeah, exactly. I think it says here that there will be a usual fledgling next Sunday night. I don't know if that means next Sunday is in Sunday week though. So
I
we'll
think
have
that's
to
just.
double check.
I'm pretty sure that's this Sunday coming is going to be a regular fledglings.
Okay, all right. Because when's Capcom Cup? The final.
Isn't that? I don't know. I'm not going to make a comment.
So,
But
but
I'm
have a
pretty
look at
sure.
the Discord and you'll be able to find out. Also, unrelated to Team WP, Gfinity is a esports tournament and organization from Europe. They're starting up an Australian arm, and they've got some Street Fighter V tournaments happening. It actually starts on the 7th of December, so this Thursday. You can go to Gfinity and sign up. They've had some issues with their sign-up process though, but there's a pot of about $150 just for this week. They're going to be doing regular tournaments. Again, it's unaffiliated with Team WP. None of us are really sure how it's going to be set up, but seems to be some online tournaments this Thursday. So don't forget to sign up for that if you're interested. There's a 128 player limit, so plenty of space. Last time
That's a
I
lot of
checked, only
players.
about 25 people had signed up.
Yeah, nice. That'll be a lot of fun. I think just getting the tournament experience will be really good as well.
And I didn't get to use my arcade mode joke today after the Capcom stream.
What was your
That's,
arcade mode joke?
That we would learn more about arcade, about V triggers and arcade mode through this stream than through the Capcom stream earlier today. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we learned nothing about V triggers in that one.
Man, did you watch any of that stream? It was interesting,
Yeah,
to say the
I
least.
think Schenkhan did as well at some stage. I saw him comment on some Guile, on some Ken tech and that sort of thing. Ken's throw loop seemed to be gone, except in the corner.
Yeah, it
Oh.
looks like it's definitely a lot of pushback once he's completed the throw, so he may still have advantage, but no easy throw loop.
Oh, good, I'd say. All right, guys, I think that's enough for one night. Again, thank you everyone who participated, all our fledgling Guiles. You did really well. Hopefully you all learned something or can take something away from this. Thank you to all those who were our cannon fodder for our Guiles. It made our night a lot easier having you guys there, so thank you very much. I'm going to organize the voting for next week's character, so I'll get that out there soon with how we're going to do that. You guys vote who you want the next night to be about. All right, cool. All right, thanks guys. This has been LP4U. I'm LLL. That's Polly and our special guest Schenkhan. Good night, guys.
See you guys.
Night, guys.